Sunday soak. Cheers, boys.
We are exhibiting the level of excitement as much as the level of the playing, the togetherness that the Sox exhibited last night.
Pretty much. Sunday Soak is powered by More Than Dawgs, Northeast corner, 34th and Shields. My Sox summer. What's going on at More Than Dawgs today?
Dude, you need to get the cheddar jalapeno brat with the fries. They got it. They threw a picture up with the grilled onions. You got to put the grilled onions on there. Yeah. That's what everyone always says. They're like, why don't you go to the ballpark? All the grilled onions. Well, you want those grilled onions for half the price? Go over to 34th and Shields and hit up our guys, More Than Dawgs. Get the jalapeno cheddar brat. They got Polishes. They got fucking breakfast sandwiches. You can throw the grilled onions on the breakfast sandwiches. Everything. Get over there. Get you some.
Absolutely. And they're open till 2 o'clock. So even if you ain't going to the game, let's say you're going to Armour Park, you're going to play a little tennis or something like that.
Yeah.
Or some volleyball on the volleyball court. You can roll down there, grab yourself a sandwich. And you know how you know it's good? They got the grease coming through the back. That's how I know a local joint is really good. So head over More Than Dawgs, 34th and Shields. Friends, Sunday Soak, as it always is an all question show. I'm going to start off with a longtime guy, Those Can Sox. And Those Can Sox says, who's hotter, Getz's wife or Pedro's wife? My Sox summer, you go first.
Now, listen. They posted a picture. Of now, Getz's wife. Yes! You got body like a bitch. All right. Getz's wife is brown, like dark brown hair, very pretty.
Yeah.
Like definitely like, Scott Posednik wife type material, right? Like
yes, sir.
Like what was it? Lisa Durgan or whatever that he was married to? Whatever.
Yeah, she was blonde though, I thought.
Right. But good looking girl could definitely be in an adult entertainment magazine. Pedro's wife though. If you got a little flavor, you got a little Latina going in there. I'm going with Pedro's wife. Even as a little older.
Yeah, I'm with Pedro's wife. I'm gonna go.
It's a clean sweep. Yeah, I'll take Pedro's wife. I don't know. Getz's wife is beautiful. Too skinny for me. It's not too skinny.
So yeah. You could definitely pose and play with.
Clean sweep here. Dangerous Dan's up next. Saw Dangerous Dan not too long ago at the ballpark. Good to see you, my friend.
He's so happy now.
He said, have any of you guys been in jail? Any of you close? Tracy, you want to start to be in jail?
I've not been to jail. I mean, I like back in the day when I used to, when I was probably in my teens and like hanging around, maybe smoking a little weed, walk around.
Smoking a weed. Allegedly.
The cops used to like to give us a little bit hassle, right? Yeah. They'd hassle us. I'll get over here. They frisk you, they put you on the hot hood of the car, that kind of shit. But never close to going to jail.
My Sox summer. How about you?
So I think I've told the story on the podcast before. I came from a party. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to live out west. I was in Arizona. I was dating a hairdresser at the time. We came from a hairdresser's party, which is one of the craziest parties you could ever go to.
Hello.
And I got pulled over because I did not turn to the closest lane when I took the left because I was going to be taking an immediate right. And they threw me into the back of the squad car. And the cop goes, "Why are you driving when you potentially are intoxicated?" And I was like, well, the girl in the front seat doesn't have her license. And the girl in the back seat's going to blow twice as high as I just did. I blew like a point. I think I blew a .10. And he's like, okay. So he went back and he talked to the one girl, and she blew a .22.
Oh, Jesus.
And so he goes, all right, I'm going to follow you guys home.
Did you drive her to the hospital? Like, what happened here? He's like, make sure you drive to the hospital, throw her out of the car, and then you go on your way.
She was fine. She's a hairdresser. They can take that shit. But yeah, that was that time. And then there's only one other time. I was out in front of my parents' house in the mean streets of Sterling, Illinois, and somebody was breaking into cars, and my lock was frozen on my car. Yeah. So I had to keep going back inside to like warm up keys and get whatever. Yeah. I got put in the back of a scarred car twice because they kept coming by. I thought I was the guy stealing the stuff until they ran my fucking license, and then they're like, "Oh, this guy lives here." It's like, "Yeah, dipshit, it's right on the goddamn license." So very lame.
How many cars did you steal though?
6. 6. 2 trucks and 2 Volkswagens. Hey, what about you?
That adds up.
No, not even close. I haven't come close to even any of these fucking things. I mean, I remember I got pulled over one time. I'm 16 years old. I got my first girlfriend in the car, and I'm like trying to impress her, so I'm doing like 95 on I-55 over there. You get pulled over by the cop. And he, he's like, "Give me your license or whatever." But he sees I got the deal cell student ID, and he was a D guy, so he let me go. He's like, and that's the Chicago thing. But that's like, you know what? You stay in like Flint with the right people, you ain't going nowhere. So I got no problem. It's not even a fucking ticket.
It's true. unless you're my buddy and you go to 35th Street Tap and you're like, "Yo, I went to D, but I don't know you guys." And you're like, "Yeah, we don't like you." And then he's like, "All right, I guess I'll leave."
All right, next question is from White Sox Sal.
Oh, hey. Good morning, Sal. And go fuck yourself.
And Sal says, let's say Jerry sells and the team moves to Nashville. Which remaining Chicago team do you think you would enjoy being a season ticket holder of? I said something.
My kids only love one other Chicago team, and it's the Chicago Bulls. And I don't know if I can handle being a season ticket holder there, but that would be my first move. That would go there.
Treasy.
I feel like I get like Chicago Fire tickets or something.
Okay.
Like something where it's like it's close to me.
Yeah.
And it's like it's also like it's not going to be an expensive endeavor. Like you know, you go on like Bull season tickets; those are expensive.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, full seasons for the Bulls is pricey. I was thinking Bulls as well.
Yeah.
My Sox summer because we've both gotten free tickets from Mr. Hand. He's got a partial package, and Bulls games are a ton of fucking fun. So like, I can see myself getting maybe a 20 game. I don't think I can commit to a full season just because I don't want to monopolize all that time. Like part of the reason why the Sox is great is we're outside, we're in the sun. It's like sitting out in the beer garden basically, and you don't get that same feel indoors, even if it's a great experience. I would probably go Bulls as well.
I got the greatest mix. We'll all three become the biggest Sky super fans this side of the fucking Mississippi.
I would like it.
We will be on the floor, fucking up shit.
I mean, I've been to a Sky game.
Yeah,
they're fun. I had a good time there. You know,
I dress like Sky guys.
I don't think about them hardly ever. Like I don't even know when they're playing really. So like they're not on my radar at this point. So
they would be if we had tickets.
If we had tickets,
I bet it's cheap as fuck, and we'll have a lot of
Chicago Sky. If you want to gift us free season tickets, we'll come out there and we'll do this shit for you. Okay, just let us know. All right. All right. Next question is from CD44, and 44 says, Dayton Moore is a secret admirer of what adult actress? Now I don't want my Sox summer to be Brandon the porn guy. All right, you're not the porn guy. Treasy,
so worried about
Treasy, you go first, I'll go second, right? Because we don't want to make him the porn guy.
So, like, you got to, like, I'm trying to think of someone who's, like, would not only just be in porn, but also, like, he would feel really bad about it. Like, so, like, someone like Joanna Angel, where, like, he'd watch it and then he'd be like, now I got to say a rosary. I got to say a full rosary because I watched that. Yeah, exactly. She's Jewish and possibly.
She's like, oh, they killed Jesus and I'm jerking off. Oh.
I was thinking about it this way, Treasy. He's 56 years old, so he's like a decade older than us. So I was thinking kind of that era of pornography, maybe early 80s, late 70s-ish, and one woman came to mind. She was smoking hot, and that's Ebony Eyes. I think Ebony Eyes is his like guilty pleasure. He still probably has a poster of her up in his room, but it's covered up by something else.
It's like there's like a Virgin Mary, but it's like the thing you could spin up, like it just like pops up, and then the Ebony Eyes.
And then her big titties are okay. Yes, that's exactly it. All right. Now my Sox not really into porn so much. Give us the adult actor.
I was gonna say Julie Andrews was probably my number one pick for him.
Okay.
She's like an older like porn star, 90s, but also it could be a little kinky. Houston, because she did the Houston 500 where she gangbanged 500 guys. So he's probably like, wow, I could be one of those guys and get in there.
Not that into porn though. Okay. Next question's from Tommaso. Tommaso said, higher body count, Scott Merkin or Randy Merkin? Treasy, my Sox summer, you go first. I thought you were dying to answer this question.
Listen, this is one of the funniest questions we've ever gotten in Sunday Show. And I had to reaffirm that Randy Merkin is actually Scott Merkin's brother because, they're both beautiful men. I'm going to go with Scott Merkin as the higher body count because he's still single. His brother is married, so he can no longer go out and procure women from the bars or online dating sites.
I'm with that. I think that's the right answer. Yeah. I think Scott can talk, so Scott, get out there.
Okay. Yeah, I got Randy. All right, next question is from White Sox Truther, and Truther says, do you giggle when you fart in the tub and it makes bubbles?
Dude,
White Sox summer.
It happened last week, and we all giggled. It was hilarious. Yeah, I'm not as gassy today, unfortunately.
We'll push on you a little bit, see what we can squeeze out.
Let's not do this. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Got it.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he got it.
Funny story. Yeah. My pool has been closed at the gym. I don't know if you guys know. My buddy Philip, who's an older gentleman that works out with me, not Mark McGuire.
Not
Mark McGuire.
Just Philip, not Mark McGuire, just Philip.
Philip told me the story. He's like, did you know the pool's closed? And I go, I did. He goes, did you read why it was closed? And I go, I did not. And he goes, you know how they have all them old ladies in there doing the morning stuff? I go, yeah. He's like, one of them shit their pants. And I was like, oh my God.
What's up?
So there was poo-poo in the pool. Not good. Not as funny as the fart bubbles.
It's like mostly the way the pool gets closed, dookie. Like that's generally the way it gets closed. I don't know.
I mean, technically,
it's like a natural enema, basically.
I wish they would have wrote poo-poo in the pool, though. That would have been fun.
Don't get any ideas, though. All
right? I would never try to push a fart.
What age are these ladies that are working out?
They're old as hell,
just like in a visual.
They're definitely packing Werther's Originals looking for your ass. So
all right. I might have to swing by. Introduce me to Markiplier. Unless you're going to steal my ladies.
I really would like you to come through one time when we do that in the pool with the ladies. I think it would be fun.
Do jazzercise in the pool.
Yes. I would weight loss.
All right, the next question from Joey P. And Joey P says 2024 White Sox over under 70 wins. 3Z, you first.
Under. I think we're seeing a lot of the guys that they think are going to be on this team next year playing these games, and they're not good. So I don't see how that gets to be a better team.
Right.
Doesn't seem like there's much of an option to go up, especially the guys you're going to lose, like Clevenger is one of your best pitchers. I know he sucked yesterday.
Yeah,
like one of your best pitchers right now. Yeah. So you get worse actually before you get better. So I don't know. I'm going under.
Interesting.
My Sox, what do you think?
I am going to take the one thing I'm worried about is the pitching. The pitching is definitely going to be troublesome. All right, but when you have an owner that has given up hope and hired the next guy down the line, in the office, I feel like the team has no pressure on it whatsoever. I'm going to go with over 70 wins. We're going to see an offensive explosion from the team. Like, that's what's going to happen. The pitching is going to be the problem, though. If they can sign a couple starting pitchers, like, and rehab them or something,
you'll feel better about that.
Then I'm good. Yeah. But I'm going to go over 70 wins.
So I like your thought process there, my Sox number. The only issue for me, where I almost want to side more Treasy, is the free agent pool is shitty. Yeah, there's not a lot of good stuff out there to like improve a spot. Now, I think you're going to get some dead cat bounces out of some of these guys. But also, I don't think Luis is going to have an MVP year again. Like, you can't count on Luis to be that great another year in a row. So that's tough. Like, I feel like Cease will be better. I feel like Kopech will be better. I feel like half of the lineup is going to bounce back at least a little bit. They're so bad this year. But I'm going to go with Treasy. I think slightly under, just because I don't think they'll have the ability to accumulate enough talent to bring in to really get this thing rolling in the free agency.
Going for the 69.
I like 69. Yeah, that's
right. Good for nothing. Andrew Vaughn will show the fuck up.
Probably not. Sultan of Clout says, will the Sox lose 100 games this year? So let's look at this year's White Sox.
Where are they at right now?
Good question. I don't know off the top of my head. But there's like 28, 27 games left.
I feel like they still only have like 53 wins.
And I think they got to go like, you're right. I think they got to go kind of like 9 and 10 and 18 or 17 or something like that. So like
to get 100?
To get to 100, yeah. Like 9 and 17 or something like that. I think would get them 100.
Like they only win 10 games the rest of the way.
Something like basically. Yeah, that's right.
I think they'll overachieve.
Okay.
I'm going to say they won't lose 100 games, but probably will lose 99 games.
I'm going 100. I'm going they lose 100.
Yeah.
I think especially like Luis has been on a lineup 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
If Luis is out for an extended period of time, they're fucked.
Well, and then coming down the end, you're going to be like, all right, we're not going to blow Luis out here. He already had a great year. He could sit this day. He could sit that day or whatever. The guys you depend on to actually pitch well, Clevenger sucked. Like, I mean, he was horrible last night.
Yeah.
If he's run out of gas already and that's what you're going to get, and then Cease has been bad too. So who's the guy who's going to give you a start? Like, who's your stopper? Tukey?
You throw a motherfucker on waivers that's like outperformed what you thought he was probably going to do. Like, I would go out there and suck dick too. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that.
No. I'm going to cut that one.
You just like, he goes out there and he has no, like, the team now doesn't even care about him and he knows they don't care about him. It's like, why should I care about you? Like, I get it.
Yeah, the only problem is he's playing for his next contract. Right. So that's like really short-sighted and dumb. So if he's that stupid, which he might be, I don't know.
Speaking of short-sighted and dumb, let me introduce you to Sunshine Clevenger. I don't think that guy thinks it through.
Fair point. All right, we'll move on. Blind 79 says, what are some positives we can look for?
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Give me another busy.
I got you. Fucked up. I like your attitude about this. Blind 79 says, what are some positives we can look for in this complete dumpster fire of the baseball season? Tracy. What?
Threw ice on me. It actually felt nice.
You wait till later.
I mean, you just mentioned one of them. Is Tukey.
Tukey.
You might have actually found a starting pitcher by accident.
Yeah.
And so, like, if Tukey is your number 5 next year, good on you. That's a good get.
He's controllable for 4 more years.
Just from a pickup off the waiver.
Oh.
I like that. So I think that's one positive for this season.
How about you, MSS?
Motherfucking Oscar Colas. Him being out there in right field is beautiful.
He hasn't thrown your ball yet, though.
No, he has not.
The fuck?
But that's okay. I'll take not having a ball from him as long as he can.
So are you saying, like, you like that you found out that he's not your right fielder for the future?
Because he's been bad. Bad.
I think he's going to be okay. He's going to do better. He's getting all his bads out now.
He's got to get better, like Andrew Vaughn got better, and everybody,
take it easy.
They just all get better.
Take it easy.
You know what? I've been a doubter of this guy, and I'm not sure he's actually a good player. But he could be fun down the stretch, and that's Lenas Sosa. Yeah. And the reason why is because he's like second baseman pumpkin. He swings real fucking hard every time. So, like, he's smaller, and he doesn't have as much power.
Right.
But he's got some power, and he hits bullets when he actually makes contact. So he's never going to walk. He swings at every fucking thing. But he might be fun, like the last end of the season when the other teams don't care and they've got AAA pitching up there. He might be fun.
Well, you know, it's funny. We were talking about this last night. We were talking about Javi Baez last night, and what a horrible contract that is.
Yeah,
and we were like, he's the kind of guy though that if you have a good team and you're putting him in as one of the last pieces, where it's like this guy can play shortstop, he can play second base, both above average. He'll hit you 15, 20 home runs. But he'll have like 240 strikeouts.
Right.
Like that's a player you want at the bottom of your order. That's a great.
Yeah, because he can strike with the power. Right. Exactly.
If Lenas Sosa could be that guy, I'm all in on that. I would take that at second base any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't.
With the second baseman we've had,
and with how the league is at second, he don't even have to be that good. Now I wouldn't bet that he's going to be good enough to be that guy. But hey, he's got a chance. Could be.
So Lenas is higher on your guys' scale than fucking Oscar Colas?
As far as fun, like for the league of the years.
Because Oscar seems like a very serviceable outfielder for us. Like,
he's been struggling his ass off kind of all over the place, in my personal opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
Throws.
Overthrowing the cutoff guy, fucking bobbling balls off of him in the outfield.
Like, he looked terrible in Saturday.
Man, I really hope that Oscar is hearing this and throws me a ball today to make it all better. I'm the only fan in 108.
I want Oscar to be good. I bet on him as AL Rookie of the Year. He just has sucked this year. Sorry, Oscar, you've sucked. Play better. Next question is from Sammy Davis Jr. 5K. And he says, if you could bring back one closed Bridgeport restaurant, what would it be? And he gives a couple examples. Arendera, Lenas, La Melanes, etc. Treasy. Long-time Bridgeport guys. What do you bring back?
It's La Melanes. Like, the funny thing is like, so all the food was good there. Mm-hmm. Delicious food. And, like, I would eat all of that different stuff. But I think the one thing that it had that was different than everybody else's stuff was their pizza.
Yes.
And you could buy it by the slice, and it was a very different type of pizza.
Yes.
And so it was like, and there's not anyone where that makes it like that in the neighborhood. So it's crispier.
Like a bubbly
crispier.
But it's thick. It's thick. So it's like thick Sicilian style, except Sicilian style often is just like kind of like a thin layer of cheese and sauce. This had a little more sauce and cheese, but it's not deep dish. And Treasy's right; it will be crispy on the handle, if you will.
And big ass pieces of sausage on it.
Oh yeah, huge piece of sausage. Yeah,
so,
like it was a great pizza.
Yeah, I mean that was an incredible slice of pizza. And when you're like a kid and like you got a place that's like we grew up next door to La Melanes.
Yeah,
where you could walk out and get that $1.50 slice of pizza once you saved up enough quarters.
Yeah.
You know, and then you go in there and you're like, please don't charge me tax. I got 6 quarters, baby.
And then when Rocco started running it, because he knew us kids, if you ordered fries, he'd just fucking fill the entire bag all the way up with fries. So you get one order of fries, but it was like a bag full of fries. He took care of us.
You guys hooked you up with your addiction to fries.
It did.
That's why I thought bag of fries was in order.
What do you think?
So I am not a long-term resident of Bridgeport. So like the only places that I've been to that have been on the list is the Lenas, and I also like the one place that comes to mind for me with Stages, the breakfast joint that's over by the gas station.
There's a gas station.
Yeah, so I would go there.
Gas station breakfast. I ate there many times.
It was good stuff, man. And then it became Harvey's, and it wasn't as good as it was before. So I will take Stages.
You take Stages. I mean, he listed some good ones. I mean, Lenas was a Friday night staple for us. Had the best pepperoni pizza in the city. I mean, basically,
I got that there.
Fresh cheese. The cheese on the Lenas pizza was top notch. Like they had the sweet sauce
at the top of its game.
At the top, it faded at the end when they sold it.
It faded like Canerco at the end.
It did fade. It did fade bad. But the place I would bring back, and it's only kind of newly closed, but it was different after the pandemic. I would bring back Nana before the pandemic because it was the best breakfast joint in the neighborhood, and it was like a real dependable spot you can go to. You always have a great meal. They did some outside the box things with the menu. It wasn't just like a regular breakfast menu. Drinks were terrific. Like, that's a spot Bridgeport desperately needs. And I know the pandemic effectively kind of killed that situation, but it sucks that it does exist. So Omar, if you decide to open a new place and you want a mirror there, we'll come back in and we'll support.
Same family as Aaron
As Aaron, yeah.
Now, one thing I got to talk about Aaron Dares though, and food was great, all that, but they had an RC fountain machine. So they had cherry RC.
That's the goat, baby.
Yeah. It is the goat, but it's also the ghost because you
never find it.
You can't find that shit.
No question about it. All right, great list, everyone. All right, next question's from Mrs. Beefo. Mrs. Beef, you want to come on? Okay, no, you want to come on and ask your question? I'll ask it for you. She says, besides the White Sox no longer hurting you, what are you most looking forward to in the offseason? My Sox summer. What do you think?
Being able to spend time with my family is definitely number one. But second,
you're lying right out of the game.
Well, I lying right out of the game. But second thing is definitely to continually to list all the shit that's in my basement on eBay so I can get rid of that shit.
Chorizo, how about you?
Getting back to drinking whiskey is going to be a good but yesterday, from a Southside point of view, I know you guys watched and love it.
I didn't watch. But I do usually watch, so fuck you. I know. Even though I don't know what's going on.
But it came up that I'd never watched Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
So
I haven't either.
I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings this offseason. I may live tweet it.
Hey, quiet down over there.
Right. I may live tweet it. I may start a Lord of the Rings podcast.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
More nerd stuff.
You never know. It could go anyway.
I'm more of a fan of Lord of the Anal Rings.
But you're not the porn guy.
Not a porn guy. Definitely not a porn guy. I'm looking forward to drinking more red wine. I do that more in the fall.
That's why you get rid of all your booze.
I'm looking forward. Yeah, exactly. Well, and also liquor drinking. Like getting together with you guys. Let's just drink some liquor tonight. And talk some shit. I like that. Backyard fireplace. That's what I'm looking forward to. Bears football. I love watching the Bears. I don't really have I got a little bit with Iowa college allegiance, but not so much college football. So kind of all that. Chili. A nice pot of chili is what I'm looking forward to now.
Woo! Chili.
Best time for a pot of chili.
I think I'm going to buy you one of those smokeless fireplaces so that I don't smell like I was in an Indiana bar for all day when I go home.
That should be the experience, right? That's the experience.
That's the experience. That's part of the experience.
Okay. Yeah, you motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what's great? It's like
those are really nice. Though.
This is one thing that is a special thing. I feel like only me and you do, and we're the only ones willing to do it out of our friend group. Yeah. Is when it's like fucking 2 degrees out, and we're back here by the fire.
It's fine. We're good. We're okay.
Singing old bebop.
That's what we need to do. Start an acapella group and live streaming from my fire.
You're not drinking the beer before it gets warm. You're drinking the beer before it becomes solid slush.
That's why we usually have short glasses out here drinking booze. That's correct.
Good stuff.
A great question. Blind Time Guy is up next. Liam Menu says, who should Chris Getz look to for guidance when learning how to run a company? Jay Peterman, Mr. Krueger, or Mr. Pitt?
Have you watched Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good.
Okay, so you'll be good for this one. I'll let you lead off then.
Jay Peterman. the inventor of the urban sombrero.
That's
can't go wrong with the urban sombrero.
Totally
Plus,
agree.
he goes out to go investigate what he can do next for the company. He's like, I'm living in the caves in India or whatever.
Like Bali Bali.
Love it, love that shit. Jay Peterman, 100%.
See, here's why I can't go Peterman. Peterman was very much in charge of that company.
Yeah.
I got to go with Mr. Krueger because Mr. Krueger didn't do shit. And we know Chris Getz is bad at doing all of this.
Yeah.
So I want him to go, you know what? I shouldn't do anything. I'll just let everybody else run this. That would be nice. I would like that.
I'm going to go different from you guys. I'm going to say Mr. Pitt because the White Sox, at least according to Liam Hendricks, last year, they were like they need an authoritarian figure as the manager. What they need is attention to detail. Remember, Mr. Pitt, those socks were unacceptable. Oh. And Elaine had to keep going out there and getting different socks. That's the kind of guy they need. They need a pain in the ass, attention to detail guy, and that's what I need Getz to be.
When you said authoritarian, I was very worried you were talking about a different Mr. Pitt scene, but we'll just talk about that.
How dare you, one bad guy. Number one bad guy.
All right, next question from Loud Chuck. Loud Chuck says, will the city of Chicago do anything about the crossing at 35th and Shields? My Sox number.
No. And like, what did we do? It was last Sunday, and we were going to walk across, and all 6 crossing guards are over there talking amongst themselves, not crossing us. And shout out Quernsey for going, oh, I guess we'll just risk our lives and walk across the street. It was beautiful. Like, I appreciate that, and I appreciate her saying it loud enough so they probably heard, but still didn't care.
White folks love yelling at authority. That's what it is, Tracy. I figured that out.
They do, and they
love it.
They don't know what it's like for authority to lash back. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's why we keep our goddamn mouth shut.
Well, you know,
I'm gonna keep moving.
You know, I
keep my mouth shut all the time.
You know what
I
talk
know
about
the code.
this? I want to talk about this and the fucking woman who shot herself for the fucking mysterious air bullet or whatever.
The Jesus bullet.
Look,
the Hawk theory.
All you motherfuckers are out there going, hey, why are these guys still giving money to the Sox? Why are you going to fuck that? It's not about shaming the Sox. Let's shame the fucking city and the state because they're responsible.
Right.
The city's responsible for not having a way to cross the fucking street.
Right, exactly.
And the state is responsible for the fucking metal detector. All right?
Right.
Let's go.
Stand up, guys. Give us some good shit down here.
That is something that does need to be addressed. The Sox take the shit for everybody else when that is not even like, oh, hey, Jerry, what the fuck? No, it's not even Jerry's responsibility to save Illinois. So just yell at them. Someone.
They'll listen, I'm sure. All right, now
the ISFA is very worried about what we're saying.
Next question is from Mailman Jack. And Mailman Jack gives us a fuck, marry, kill, which I've almost outlawed from the show, but I'm using this one because I kind of like the one that he gave us. So he says, fuck, marry, kill. Parrot heads, dead heads, fish heads. My Sox number, you're most familiar with all of these?
Yeah.
Go.
I'm killing the fish heads. Don't give 2 shits about those guys.
Okay.
I'm probably going to fuck, I guess, the parrot heads.
Wrong answer.
Well,
wrong answer.
Listen,
Hold on. Let's talk this through.
Let's
talk this through right now.
Okay.
The deadheads, they don't got jobs.
That's
the
correct.
Heads
Some of them do, though. They're
you're fake doctor, buddy.
They're old now.
Bill Walton had a job.
Now.
He's the one deadhead who had a job.
They're old now, and they have money, and they're spending $200 on fucking posters. I'm going to probably marry the deadheads. And the parrot heads, I think they might have some youngsters in there that just like to get fucked up. So I'll fuck them. Just the youngsters.
Do you want to tackle this, or
Well, I'm saying you marry the parrot heads.
Okay.
Why?
Because they're employed.
Who do you fuck then?
I probably fuck the deadheads, the fish heads. Like
you're gonna fuck a deadhead that doesn't bathe.
I only have to do it once. What do you think the fish heads do?
No, that's why we're killing them.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't even know there were fish heads. I'm aware there's a band called Fish, but they're not anywhere on the level of. They're like trying to be the Grateful Dead.
There's
right?
a lot.
I was talking to a dude 10 days ago. Not last Friday. I'm talking to a guy Luke who follows Fish around the country, and he's a big widespread fan. And it's like, dude,
the worst.
You're spending all your money on this stuff. Like, it's bad enough I spent all my money on the White Sox. What are you doing?
You probably like string cheese incident, too.
I'm sure.
All those fucking shits. Yeah, fish heads, I don't know, man. But the fish heads and deadheads have a lot of crossover, at least in my friend group. The parrot heads, though, are way, way different.
The thing is, Mrs. Beef took me to a Jimmy Buffett concert, and I'm not into his music at all, but the parrot heads are pretty fun. Like, they were having a good time. It seemed like a fun scene.
So who are you fucking marrying?
I'm not, the deadheads are like high all the time. I'm not really into that shit. I've been on record. I prefer drunk MSS over high MSS.
Yeah.
Nothing against you. I love you regardless, but you know what I mean. And so people that are just blazed out of their minds, I don't really. That's not my scene. You know, there's no energy there. So I don't care for that one.
Here, come here.
It's the partner. Oh,
That was way bad. I passed that down low to my buddy Mike McGuire to dunk it in.
You're gonna have to get him from over there. I'm empty here. We're doing good tonight.
You only got high noon.
Yeah,
You don't have
I
any more
know.
fucking. You don't have any more of those.
No more busy. You busy us out.
You know what? Hey, give me the shitty watermelon. That's the shittiest thing.
I don't think we got watermelon.
Do you like the watermelon? Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'll drink the guava. Which one don't you like?
Guava.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
what you
drink
don't
the
like. It's a guava.
That one, the other one in there was slightly out of the ice. It is 100 degrees.
Oh,
I almost
okay.
burnt my
You can
delicate
throw it in
hands
here.
out.
You can throw it in this one. I got nothing but ice bath over
Delicate
here.
baby hands.
What a little bitch.
What a bitch. Big old ass. Little old
Little old
baby
bitch
hands.
hands. Little-
Why I got pterodactyl T-Rex out?
It's better for the graphic. All right, next question from SPF. SPF says, I have to say, I'm certainly impressed with MSS's investigational research.
Oh.
Who from the 108, and I think he means kind of the broader who sits in the section,
Yeah.
not out of the three of us, needs to be investigated by MSS? What would be the most shocking reveal from that investigation? So what do you guys think? Who should MSS investigate on people that we know? Who'd be interesting?
He's here, Mr. Hand. Because we got to get to the bottom
Did you just show up?
of the. Oh, I thought he was over there. I saw someone walk in. I was like, Pete probably walked in. We got to get to the bottom of the members only jacket. I don't know why this guy owned a members only jacket.
Right.
Was he the last member? Like, I don't know. We got to find out.
That's true. And no, that's a great call because I also want to figure out how he made his fortune. Because I always make fun of him that he's worth $10 million and he buys $5 worth of raffle tickets. He never corrects me. He just laughs. He doesn't say, Beef, I'm only worth like $3.3 million. He probably worth more than $10 million. I'm probably shooting low. And he's like, he doesn't, he's like, whatever. So that would be a good one. I also think Matt Ramsey would be a good investigation. I'm not sure I would like what I found. I like Matt Ramsey right now, but who knows what you're going to find when you start digging in there.
Yeah, there's definitely dudes I don't want to investigate. Like,
For
I don't
sure.
want to know.
Yeah, exactly. We're not going to name all of them on here because, for obvious reasons.
I'm investigating Alex. 100%.
All right, wow.
I want to see what he's doing. He's got a lot of shit going on that we don't know about. I want to know about it.
All right, let me let you know this, okay? Out of people on the internet that I don't want on my bad side because they'll dig into every fucking thing I've ever done, he's one of them way up there. I do not want...
Yeah,
buddy. I do not want him on my bad side, so I would suggest against this for you.
Okay.
I would say do not do this.
So don't fuck with him?
Do not fuck with him.
All right. I won't look into him.
Do not look into him. Just stay
Fuck
away.
it, do it.
Be a badass.
No, I don't want to be a badass. I just want to be a
Remember he was a badass?
I want to be
the
a
other day?
regular ass. I'll be a Treasy ass.
Oh, that's a big ass.
Nice and big.
Juicy double, baby. Juicy. Very juicy. And the last question, we'll close it out with Billy Wires. And Billy Wires says, if you had to force MSS to put down his toys and go back into the workforce, what job would you choose for him? So MSS is out of this for now. We'll discuss. We talked about this a little bit on the back.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I can't have this man go back in the workforce. He already complains way too much.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine if he had a fucking job?
Oh, my God. Day job MSS?
Oh my God.
Holy fuck.
We hear about the most mundane bullshit that his boss has to do. And you're like, oh my God, I don't care. Oh, hi,
Just
MSS.
deal with it, motherfucker, like the rest of us do, okay? No one gives a shit about this.
You know what, though?
But,
I know he's not a porn guy,
yeah.
but if he could get back in on that graphic design for porn.
The Korean thing from that was
Yeah,
killed by
indoor
9/11.
porn.
One of the
Indoor porn.
real
Yeah.
victims of 9/11 was
Yeah.
My Sex Summer's career.
Like now, My Sex Summer is just making his whole career is making the thumbnail for Pornhub. That's
Yeah.
his new career. Like at least, I mean, he'd hate it
Yeah,
because one, not a porn guy,
right.
and
correct.
two,
Too small.
it's work.
Too small.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, My Sex Summer resents authority. I know that much from us working together for 7 years. He resents authority.
That's true.
He
That's
needs
true.
to be doing his own thing, kind of. So I was
Right.
thinking about this a little bit. Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to kind of have your own. So I thought a couple
That's
things.
smart.
We were talking this out a little bit with Matt Ramsey. You being a bouncer at a bar or a club would be perfect for you. You're good at chatting to people up. You
Yeah.
get along with everybody, whatever. I took it a step further. I said, do you think MSS could be a good bartender? And now there was some concern about you learning all the drinks, but I said, we talked out. I was like, if you're just at a place where you're just pulling off bottle caps and pouring taps and mixing a couple
of
you know what I'll tell you? So you make some drinks. You think so?
I'll tell you. Well, that's true.
I'd have to have a drink.
That's cool. When you know there's money.
Well, for
regulars, you don't
regulars.
want people to get all fucked up.
Well, for regulars, you can do it. You know what I mean?
I went to his house. We were having some old fashioned.
Oh my
God. He was like, how do you make these?
And you guys are in bad shape.
Yes. A little heavy-handed. Showed him one time, and then he was knocking on his part. I think he could be a bartender. I think it would take a little bit of learning. Go to one of those classes.
I got a bar mat now.
The mixology.
So when we open our bar,
then
we'll just hang out there, and he can bartend.
I love it.
Wait.
We just flip the camera on. That's it. That's our show. We know none of you are going to the game, so I'm glad you enjoyed the Sunday soap, but we'll be over there. We'll be sitting in empty.
Not one ticket.
No one cares about this team anymore, let alone ownership and management. So let's go.